What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to look at Gbpusd. We are going to review a trade that I took this week on Tuesday to see what was my thought process going into that trade. So as we can see here on the weekly time frame, we have price ranging between this channel from this low to this high, and then created a higher low, and then went ahead to create a new higher high. So for price to continue on the uptrend, we expect price to create a higher low, okay, somewhere around this area before it continues higher. So I was expecting price to pull down. That's on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, what do we see? Let's see. When we zoom in on the daily time frame, we can also see another channel that is moving when price was heading up to create this higher high that it has here at the 1.303 area. Okay, so after price created this high, as I said on the weekly time frame, we expect price to pull down to create a new higher low before it can continue on the uptrend, possibly. Okay, so we were expecting price to make to pull down. Okay, we were expecting price to pull down. So this rise right here, this red candle right here was on Tuesday. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame to examine further. Okay, 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, we had all this price action being that of Monday. Okay, so this price action was Monday's price action. So when Monday ended, I thought, okay, we need to get a pullback for us to continue trading downwards. Okay, so I marked this level right here being this current support on the 4-hour time frame, and it is that price that I wanted price to pull back into. Okay, so as I saw price pulling back, I went down to the 15 minutes time frame. So on the 15 minutes time frame, let's look at exactly what happened. So on the 15 minutes time frame, when price came, right, let's look at something right here. So we had price creating this higher high. That's during the pullback, it created this higher high, and then pull back to create a low. So as price was creating a new higher high, we saw that there was a weak rejection right here, and price closed beneath. So when price did this, I knew we can head downwards from here, and also it has tapped into my 4-hour support area above which, or at which I wanted price to sell from. So I went down the lower time frame to see if there was any setup for me. So I found a setup and I entered right here with stop loss above, trying to target the low which has been created by the market. Okay, so we had price moving downwards nicely, but eventually went up and tapped us out of the trade. So I took a loss right here on Monday. Took a loss right there. So going into Tuesday, still I'm looking for that sell, and I had this trend line. Okay, let's see on the 1-hour time frame. So when we come to the 1-hour time frame, as you can see, we had this high right here, and then we created this low, and then price pulled back, tapped here and created another low. So that trend line was drawn on the chart. So once the first sell failed, I knew definitely this trend line was going to be touched. But let's see what happened on the 15 minutes time frame. Back on the 15 minutes time frame, so with my strategy, I have two type of strategy: the long the swing trading strategy, and I have the intraday strategy. So this one is based on swing trading strategy. So on the 15 minutes time frame, I marked up my demand area which I wanted to fill or price trade below to indicate that the selling pressure is beginning. So that's this area. So once price traded below that area, that's right here. First it tapped in and failed, and then it broke. Okay, so when it broke, I needed price to give me some candlestick reactions before I enter. So when I saw price pulling back up, we had this 15 minutes bearish engulfing candle. Okay, so price rejected from this area and closed with a bearish, so it was an indication for me to sell. So I put my trade right here, and my technical stop loss is always above the high, okay, above the resistance area which broke that demand area. So I placed my stop loss right here, targeting the lows. Okay, so I mark this area, which was the point that I needed price to trade into this low. Okay, so with further calculation, I took price down here, so it was a 1:4.7 trade. Okay, so after entering the trade, price came down just a little and then went back up, trading against me. So I was in the drawdown, but I was so confident in this trade that as soon as I saw price going up again and touching the trend line, I went down again on the lower time frame, 1 minute to be precise, to find out what is exactly happening here. Okay, so I saw a very beautiful entry, one of my strategies, and then I entered this trade with a stop loss just above here, so limiting the stop loss. So when you look at this trade, it was a 1:6, and even when I extend it to the previous target, it is 1:8 risk to reward, and the previous one was 1:4.7. Okay, so both trade went in the right direction. Stop loss was not a problem. It came in the trade with the second trade. I think it had 4.7 R. Yeah, it came into 4 with the first trade 4.7, 2.7 R also. But what did we have? We had price pulling all the way up. Okay, price pulled all the way up, and then it came back down again, ending Monday in like 3 hours. But still I was holding this trade. I didn't even move my stop loss. But on Wednesday, I don't know, I moved my stop loss to break even. Okay, because I've been holding this trade for almost 28 hours. No, that's more, about 30 hours. And with the price action that was going on here, price was consolidating. Price just was consolidating right here. So with this kind of strategy that I use, price tends to move very fast. But because we were at a demand area, when I move into the daily time frame, I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Because we were in a demand area, okay, so on the daily time frame, as you can see right here, as you can see, price created a resistance right here, and when price pulled back and was going up, it created a rally-based rally, and this is a demand area that price tend to respect sometimes. Though I knew that price was going to fall deeply, but this demand area was a roadblock for the trade that I was in. So I got a little scared, I got a little scared, to be frank with you, and that was what made me to move my stop loss to break even. So as you can see, this is the break even point. Let me mark it. This was the break even point for me. So Price on Wednesday, as it tapped in right here, it rushed up and then hit me at my break even, took me out of the trade. So still, I was looking for a sell, but I didn't want to trade because of other things, work and other stuff. I couldn't look at the chart again to see exactly what the price action was giving me. So just this morning, I had alert set at my target. Just this morning, I had the alert being triggered, and I came and took the phone and realized that I've hit my target long time ago. So it's very interesting. Normally, I tell myself I've accepted the risk and I wouldn't break even, but this time round, I broke out. Okay, I break even. I didn't follow my rules. So that's one thing about consistency. You need to set rules and follow them. Because of previous losses that I've had on this account, I didn't want to lose more on this account, and I ended up leaving so much money on the table because this was going to clear every loss that I had previously. So that is it. That was my thought process for this trade. The trade worked out perfectly, and as I'm expecting prices just coming down, I know that it will get to this trend line and even break it. That's what I'm anticipating. I'm anticipating that price may break that trend line and head to the demand area. Okay, so this is the demand area which started the whole move. This is the demand area which started the whole move to create this high. So I'm expecting price to even break this. This 50 EMA may hold price a little, but eventually I'm expecting price to pull back down here, which we may have some significant move up, probably break this high, or but this is where I think significant move can take place. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope we can learn something from this. See you in the next one.